Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching a Crypto Hamster channel. So let's talk today about what happened with the price, about the rejection of the ProShares ETF, and also we'll look at the money. Where did it go yesterday when it was that semi-real short squeeze? So let's go.
Let's go.
The day when the SEC should announce the decision on the ETFs from ProShares should be 23rd of August, but they actually did this announcement one day earlier, 22nd, and they rejected it. Well, this was expected. It's not a big hope, wasn't a big hope as, let's say, CBOE ETF proposal. So people sort of think, okay, whatever. There is some like a portion of positive in the way they did these statements about the why they did such a decision. So they say that in particular the requirement, so this exchange doesn't fit the requirement that national securities exchange rules be designed to prevent fraudulent and manipulative acts and practices, and it emphasizes that its disapproval does not rest on an evaluation of whether Bitcoin or blockchain technology more generally has utility or value as an innovation or investment. It means that sort of, guys, you're sort of sucks and we have to reject your proposal because we don't want you to make money, but on the other hand, maybe we will accept some other proposals because Bitcoin is not that bad, maybe it's even cool, so go ahead and try. So it's sort of a hint that maybe CBOE a proposal will be accepted, especially that it was postponed, so they didn't reject it right away. So there's a quite a hope for that. Some local news, as usual, from Japan. Japan's GMO Internet to use blockchain in its new online banking business. You see, there is a huge company which sort of trying to push the cryptocurrencies related business, and they launched it they got the permission for this kind of business, and also on July 17th. And from that time, I must say that if I just try to watch some YouTube videos, there's some kind of commercial often happen in the beginning or in the middle of the video. So this advertisement from this company, from GMO system, it basically pops up every time. So it's not diluted with any of other things. So they they are marketing their business very heavily, and they put a lot of money in it. So they will make crypto exchange, mining, and wallets, and everything like that. So one more thing from Japanese business positive to crypto. So let's look now at the charts. Hey, what's up? Okay, so this is the recent picture. So you remember yesterday was this sort of a short squeeze, and then it didn't play out, and then we returned back finally. So we broke this 6,600 support. It was sort of a phase breakout. So we fell back, and then we had a little bit of a dip more, and finally we returned basically to the same level as it was for the recent how many days? 2 weeks, probably. Yeah, more than 2 weeks actually, like 15-16 days. The interesting thing here first is that if we look at the number of shorts, then apparently it felt when there was this sharp increase of the price, but then when we broke down back, you would expect that the number of shorts should increase, but it actually didn't. So interestingly, at this relatively huge drop, the number of shorts didn't change. And why? It's sort of a mystery. So again, it smells like a manipulation, but why people didn't react? Was it possible to react? So it's not clear. But it's a little bit increasing after that. So when we see this sort of short, not a short, but decrease in the price. Another thing which I just want to mention is those areas which I highlighted with those yellow ovals seem to be very similar, like this part and this huge part. Oh, maybe actually I shall do it like that and like that. So this bigger formation and this small formation, they all look different except the fact that the middle one is reversed. So it all the same seem like a fractal movement. So will we see one more or not? Who knows? But still, it's again like a sign of the repeated patterns, again like bots trading or something like that. Again, a sign of the manipulative movements. Next thing is that, as you remember, we were talking about this semi-squeeze, and some people say that okay, there was like 100 million tethers printed, and they were transferred to Bitfinex wallet. So probably this increase was because they were used and just bought Bitcoin on this amount. It's not clear whether it was so, and some people argue that if like all the money of this amount would be used, then the price will go much higher. Also because of this, like there are like a lot of stops here and everything, and also it can be supported by the buyers who are waiting for the this level to be broken. But what I found and what I would like to share with you is that, again, if you look at the the biggest addresses for the Bitcoin, the wallets, then we will see an interesting thing. Namely, on the 22nd of August, when this thing happened, and actually sometime for some of the addresses on the 23rd, next day after, we've seen a lot of the transactions, and all of those addresses from the biggest addresses. I mean, the addresses with the biggest number of Bitcoins stored. So for all of them, we see, not all of them, but at least I checked first 2,000 addresses, and only one of them sent Bitcoin. And actually, there is an address which heavily trading. I'll show you eventually later. But the others, like 55 addresses, they got some Bitcoin. So they somebody sent them some amount. And also, if we look at them, like many of them, they were actually made at that very day. So one transaction, only acceptance, and made on 22nd, 21st. Well, some of them actually during the week, but a lot of them on 21st and 22nd and 23rd. So you see one more, and again only one transaction. So of course no withdrawals, only deposits. And this is an example. So here in the bottom, an example of this trading account. So you see how the amount of Bitcoins move back and forth when apparently some trader, or maybe it's a vault actually, which is associated with the trading platform. It's not clear. So maybe this is just a trading activity. But anyway, the relatively the number of Bitcoins increases. And here at the center, this is the account which was made like end of July, and gradually increasing the number of Bitcoins in this wallet. And actually, if we'll check, calculate the total number, it will be more than 88,000 Bitcoins. It's $500 million. So apparently, even if those were gained from the Tether trade, probably it's even more than this 100 millions. So that's sort of a huge thing. And the fact that the biggest addresses are filled with these amounts, it is seen to be a sign of the future increase of the price, because if the whales, if you call them like that, accumulate a lot of bitcoins, then probably they are not going to push the price lower. So that gives sort of a hope, and let's see what will happen eventually. Still, a lot of the accumulation happened in this period of time, and if the longer we'll stay there, the longer the stronger will be the movement. And with the fact that everything is indicated that the movement will be up. Apparently, again, the ETF from CBOE is well, it has a chance that it will be accepted. So probably we'll see soon quite a big movement towards the bigger prices. That's it for today from me. Hope you learned something. Hope you liked the video. If you did, then please subscribe and leave a like and a comment. I hope to see you in next videos, probably from tomorrow. Have a great day. Goodbye, guys.